Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video where I will be reacting to your NFL takes. I made a post on Twitter, I made a post on my YouTube community page, and combined I have over 1,000 responses to react to. So please understand, if your take doesn't make this video, we will do these throughout the season. So just continue to keep an eye out and participate, and eventually you'll get in one. Couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 lineup after using code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks. Also, like I've mentioned this week, the Caleb Williams free square is back this weekend. All he needs is 1 yard for the entry to win. But always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off first on Twitter with Patrick Ray. He says, I honestly like the idea of 2 Monday Night Football games. Get out! I'm just kidding. Well, kind of. I mean, I don't agree with you, but I can see where you're coming from. Some people like variety, and some people just like watching more football because you get to start watching an hour earlier, and then also get to catch a little bit of the next game, even if you watch the entire first one. And obviously, with Prize Picks and stuff like that, 2 games clearly is more enticing to go and make lineups for. But just from like an NFL standpoint, from a traditional standpoint, I just like the 1 game, man. I like 1 thing to focus on. I like my game starting at 7:15 and just 2 teams going at it, not 4. I'm a simple man, what can I say? Next take we got is from Wichita State is Better. He says Rashee Rice will have 98 receptions for 1,580 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season. You know, assuming you're not just talking about week 4. This is not unrealistic at all. I think the guy is a dog, but I think this does largely depend on his availability all season, and that's obviously me implying that he doesn't get suspended. At this point, I think everybody knows there was a huge traffic violation. There was an incident with him this summer, and even though he's playing right now, as we've seen in the NFL before, suspensions can be dealt at legitimately any time from any time. Meaning, for all we know, we could wake up in week 8 and bam, he's gone for 3 games. WazD Gamer says Lamar Jackson is currently the most overrated player in NFL history. Holy shit. I mean, you just don't even mean that. That's not even serious. Spirit says the Rams trade for Davante Adams. The Rams? I mean, I can see where you're coming from, especially right now looking at the injuries they're dealing with, but I don't think he would want to go there. I think if Davante Adams gets traded and he has the option, it's very clear he's going to go to the Jets. But otherwise, I think I'd see him going somewhere like Baltimore, San Francisco if they could afford it, but I don't know about the Rams. He would be good there. Moving on, we got one from Nathan. He says the Commanders are possible playoff contenders. I mean, you're not wrong on that, especially with the NFC being on drugs and their offense actually starting to click. But there is no secret, they gotta fix that defense, man. Like, they're gonna have to do it sooner than later. Alright, for this section now, we will be on YouTube, and I will be reacting to the comment above my camera, and this one is from Jacob saying, Sam Darnold will get figured out and fizzled out by week 9. No. Sam Darnold ain't the guy you're trying to figure out. It's Kevin O'Connell. Sam Darnold isn't gonna fizzle out because Sam Darnold's gonna continue to have a decent year because that's what Kevin O'Connell does. If he has a quarterback who can get the ball from point A to point B without turning it over too frequently, they will succeed there. You act like Josh Dobbs fizzled out last year because teams figured him out. No. Josh Dobbs fucking sucks. That guy couldn't hit a guy in the numbers if he tried. KOC with Kirk Cousins, elite offense. KOC with Nick Mullins last year, throwing up 30 points a game. KOC with Sam Darnold, deadly. He just needs someone who can throw the ball. Matter of fact, teams trying to figure Sam Darnold out right now would be wasting their time because that's the dumbest thing you could be doing right now. He is not the brains behind the operation. All right, next set of takes is from B24. He says, number 1, DK Metals hits 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Talking about DK Metcalf, I can see it. Number 2, Panthers go on and get 2nd in the division and barely miss playoffs. I think people are going a little bit too crazy with the Panthers right now. Like, they beat the fucking Raiders last week. Like, right now, I don't think they're on pace to still win more than about 5 games max. And then 3, the Chiefs lose in the first round of the playoffs after not getting the bye. Much as I'd love to see it, that's something I gotta see in order to believe, you know what I mean? Julian says Malik Neighbors wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. He would definitely be winning it with flying colors if it wasn't for Jaden Daniels at this moment in time. Like, he was the leading contender. He had to have been. Panner Chucker says Anthony Richardson is not the guy for Indianapolis. He needs a lot of work if he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. Even though I am very critical on him, I'm not out on him until I see him go through this entire season without progressing. Like, if he's still doing what he's doing in week 18, then yeah, I'm going to be out on AR. But I'd still give him this year before fully saying he's not the guy. Kyle Capusta says Browns will end up signing Ryan Tannehill as Watson continues to be complete ass and lead them to a wild card spot. I mean, I would just think they'd start Jameis Winston, right? Ravenman528, Saquon leads the league in rushing and Jags finished last in their division. Love the videos. Appreciate that. And yeah, I think those are both very reasonable. Care for Animals, Vikings 3-0 start is a fluke and they get destroyed by the Packers. How can you call it a fluke? Not like they're beating on shitty teams. Like, what do you mean? This one's from Zane. He says, Buffalo is overrated. Rashee Rice is one of, if not the best receivers in football right now. Kelsey isn't bad Olderwash. He's just getting the double team that he should have been getting. And Bryce Young isn't bad at all. Oh, I wonder who you're a fan of. Let's take a peek here. Oh, yeah, okay. Big Max, Broncos are a top 10 team in the league. Okay. Eli Apple burner account. Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the NFL. We're making that assessment after 3 weeks. Okay. Braylon says Commanders versus Cardinals will be a top 10 game of the year. I'll keep it a bean with you. I could see it being a movie, that's for sure. Thunderfan here says Raiders turning around with a big win over Cleveland. Well, I don't know if I'd count that as a big win. It'd be big for the franchise to get a win, I guess, but Cleveland is fucking ass. Like I said on Wednesday, man, I'd rather dive headfirst into a pile of cactuses than watch this game. Moving on to Jen here. She says she needs better Thursday night football games, and I've already responded to this, but I don't think they've been that bad. Jets Patriots played out bad, but it wasn't a bad matchup. I don't think any of them have been bad. Oh boy, this one's from Steelers Enjoyer, and it says the only way to rank current quarterbacks. So his number one in the category of man among boys, we have Josh Allen. Okay, I'm fine with that. Then in the tier down, we have the field generals, Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Jaden Daniels. Okay. 7 is Andy Dalton and the Red Rocket. What are we doing here? I don't even understand what this ranking is. Like, are you calling Justin Fields the number 2 quarterback here? I guess you are a Steelers fan, but like, what the fuck? Purdy needs CMC. Do you have any idea how good he's been playing? This isn't worth the time, brother. All right, now we're back on YouTube, but this is starting to get a little difficult because even though there's hundreds of responses, a lot of them are just the same thing. Like, look at this. Washington will win the NFC East. Commanders will win the NFC East. Commanders win NFC East. Jaden Daniels leads the Commanders to win the NFC East. Commanders make the playoffs. Jaden Daniels leads Washington to second in the division with a playoff berth. Commanders win the division. Or one of the more common ones going around here. Cowboys don't make the playoffs. Cowboys don't make playoffs. Cowboys go 9-8, miss the playoffs, and fire Mike McCarthy. Cowboys missed the playoffs. Here's a different one. Hutch will win Defensive Player of the Year, coming from Mr. X. I think right now, obviously leading the league in sacks. He's definitely on pace to do that. Good take. This post is from Sean. He says Singletary is the most underrated running back in the league. He's one of them, that's for sure. He is one of them. You got guys like James Conner. Honestly, I think Raheem Mostert's in there. Tyler Algier, and obviously this player I'm about to mention is doing very good, and everybody knows it, especially now that he's on the Lions, but David Montgomery, I've always thought has been very underrated. William Mulligan, Sam Darnold's fall off is about to happen. It's week 4. Week 4 is when his fall off with the Panthers, and okay. This is the second person on Twitter now to assume Sam Darnold is gonna suck because of how he played 2 years ago in Carolina. Second time I've read this. They think he's gonna be bad because in Carolina, he was bad after 3 weeks. How does his time 2 years ago in a different organization affect now? Like, please define the correlation, William. Colts Enthusiast says the Colts bounce back and win their next 3 games. I don't even know who they play, but I'm gonna disagree. You got the Steelers, the Jags, the Titans, the Dolphins coming up. I mean, you definitely could have a good bounce back in this area. You're not gonna win this week, though. Seattle sports fans, Seahawks defense is top 10 ever at this point. Jackson says Jags go 6-11 with Lawrence getting benched midway through the season and Mac winning 5 of their games. I don't think it's like an unrealistic prediction outside of Lawrence getting paid too much to get benched. Like, that's pretty much the only reason that I don't think they will be able to seat him if he continues to play like shit. And ending here with Tricks, he says the Rams, when fully healthy, are the best team in the NFC West. I don't agree. I think the healthy 49ers still take that cake. Personal opinion. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode of me reacting to your NFL takes. For future reference and future take videos, maybe try and look at what people are saying, and if there's already something that's really oversaturated in the comment section, post something different or unique, and that will up your chance of getting in, because that's what I look for. If you guys did like this video, though, please show support. You guys know I appreciate any and all help. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and good luck to everybody's fantasy teams.